Some action. Welcome back to Coming This Summer. We're going to do a Ryan Explains It All.
Super bad explains super badly.
Which,
super bad explanations, I think is what we're calling. Super bad explanations. There's a space.
Super bad.
There's a space now.
I didn't even see the marketing, I don't think.
You didn't hear about this movie, huh? Okay.
That's a bad sign.
It's a really bad sign. It's a Blumhouse movie, which I thought was really weird.
Oh, I did hear about this movie.
And it's not full horror. It's very much, I've been calling it reverse trap, where it's the point of view of the victim, not the killer. Which, spoilers for Trap, but you kind of know 10 minutes into that movie, and all the marketing tells you he's the killer. So,
yeah. Trapped was the movie that we've talked about. Great concept and masterful execution for the first half.
Yes, yes. So we have our leads. We have our lead, Violet, Megan Fahy, F-A-H-Y, Fahy.
Faye?
Faye?
I think Faye.
Faye? Whatever. Fahy. Read that. Tell me that doesn't look. Fahy.
Megan Fahy.
Okay.
That's funny though.
Who was in season 2 of The White Lotus?
Yeah, she was.
Which is back
Mrs.
for
Fahy.
season 3. Mrs. Fahy. Mrs. Fahy. That's what everybody said. And Brandon Sklenner, who was in a movie.
Okay.
But these are our leads. They're on a date. They're at a restaurant that's on a very
Blumhouse
high-rise movie.
Nobody's.
This is a thriller. This is not a horror movie. Our girl, Violet, has a kid and sister at home babysitting.
Okay.
While she is going on date with guys she has been talking to. Maybe they matched on Tinder. Maybe I can completely relate. I don't know. Does my girlfriend watch all the reviews of only movies that we watch together? Yes, she does. So our two leads, we're on a date. Our lead, Violet, keeps getting airdrops, hence why the movie's called Drop, of memes.
I'm already out.
Of memes. Like old school caption, top
While
and bottom,
she's at the restaurant.
like the girlfriend looking over the shoulder, you know, memes while she's at the restaurant. Everybody's on their phone. She's trying to be like, and they're threatening memes. Yes, they're threatening memes. So I don't know because they were so dumb. I almost didn't go see this movie based on the trailer. I was so mad at the trailer.
Wow.
Yes. They kept doing this thing in the trailer where like they would play like phone vibrations, like a text notification as like the dun 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 dun. And it was just like the vibrate. Yeah. I'm like, you're stressing me out. Like you're stressing. You make me like, why would you do that? Like, so that pissed me off alone. Like the dialogue is cheesy. She's getting airdropped threatening memes.
This sounds like it's a setup for that meme board game.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? This is just a big commercial of what do
you mean? Yeah, like
no, it's a mid Blumhouse movie with Megan Fahy.
Megan Fahy.
like Kramer from Seinfeld.
So we're on a date. Our little waiter comes up. They're in Chicago. So he's an improv actor from Second City. So he's doing bits constantly because he has to get in the way of what she has to do, of what the drops are telling her to do. And what the drops are telling her to do is to get the guy she's on a date with, who is working for the mayor and has incriminating photos of deals because he's actually undercover for the FBI, the CIA.
I have asked you to leave my office if I'm a movie studio.
Through this movie, and I maybe missed some things. So
I'm just telling you, if I'm a movie executive, man, I'm already like, listen.
She's getting airdrops about what to do to get this guy's incriminating photos, or somebody is going to kill her son.
Right.
So she's got security cameras obviously everywhere in the house, you know, so she can see every angle, and she sees a guy with like a silenced pistol. Right. Somebody's broken into her home and goes, I will kill your son.
This movie's called Trope, you said?
Drop.
Oh,
sorry.
Trope.
Trope. Yes. Thank you. Oh, I really hope specific people are watching this.
This sounds like every terrible...
We're not even to the tropiest parts.
90s.
Jay, we're not even to the tropiest parts yet. So someone is going to kill her son. She has to finagle her way to get the guy to leave the table every 5 minutes so she can get into his bag and get the SD card from the camera, because we have a throwaway line where the guy goes, yeah, I didn't want to leave my camera in my car in case it got stolen. Telling you, the viewer, that, hey, he's a photographer, he has this camera, the airdrops are saying to get the SD card. We go,
hey, Ryan,
why?
I'm writing a script,
right.
I'm having this trouble. Yeah. Oh, my God.
She goes, she takes her watch off, puts it in her bag, and goes, oh, my God, I don't know where my watch is. My mom gave me this watch. You got to help me find my watch. So he's going around looking for the watch. And then she just puts it in her bag. So she goes down and she has time, plenty of time, to check the photos and see that it's pictures of papers that say buzzwords like embezzlement and tax fraud and stuff. Like, that's what, like, it's literally like a first glance. So she's like, and you know how hard it is to open a fucking camera SD card thing. So she's like struggling. And then she finally gets it out, puts it in the bag. The guy comes back to the table.
Just in time.
Just in the nick of time.
Thank God.
Just in the nick of time.
It's close.
There was a scene earlier in the movie where she's like, I'm getting these airdrops. And he's like telling the guy when it's just the memes instead of the threats. So she's like, I don't know who it's coming from. He goes, check this out. Like, takes her phone, does this, pulls up an app. You can't drop within 50 feet of the phone. And then takes like a compass, pins his location, and then it calculates as he walks around the restaurant trying to find who is sending her the airdrops. He's like, oh, it's probably just some prank. Probably just some kids trying to prank you.
You know the whole movie would happen if she just ignored the airdrops.
Well, but somebody was already in her house.
Right, but if she never knew, do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, how can you kill, like, she's not looking at her phone.
Turn your phone off.
Yeah, my phone's on silent.
Well, they get around that because she's an overprotective mom who was abused by her husband who killed himself. Who, like, pointed a gun at her kid and, like, did all these things. She has to constantly have her phone on, so she has to constantly check in with her sister, the babysitter, and see if her son is okay.
Happen to know that.
Happens to know that. Happens to know that. It gets worse. Okay, she has no bearing on the story. She's just collateral. Literally, by the end, she's just collateral. She has no bearing on this story. Okay, it's really about our dude, our camera guy, our photographer. So the whole night, she's distracted on the phone. He tries to get up to leave. She kisses him to get him to stay because the killer is like,
if he leaves,
if any of you leave, I kill your son. If you tell anybody, I kill your son. If you tell anybody, they die too. So like somewhere down the line, she like keeps trying to like tell people, and then she gets an airdrop that just goes, and we get shitty graphics that pop up on the screen to tell you what the killer is saying. It goes, I wouldn't do that if I were you. No. That
like
was
Jurassic
dumb.
Park.
Yeah, literally though. Like, that was dumb. Like, she tries to, like, write on a $20 bill and, like, tip it to the musician. And then hopefully he'll read the $20 bill. But he reads the $20, but before he can before he can call the police, he gets an airdrop on his phone saying, drink poison or whatever. And then he drinks poison and he dies. Right?
It's reverse trap.
Yeah. It's reverse trap. Thank you, Jay.
Oh, my God.
It's reverse trap. But they stay at the venue.
Okay.
They do not leave the restaurant until the climax of the movie. Not the 30 minutes before the climax of the movie.
So we should get in your limo and drive. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Security, don't need to check him. Yeah.
Yeah, that's 45 minutes in. We still got another 30 to go. Trap. Okay? You know what we thought about that movie. This is drop, not trap. Also, one-letter word that ends with P. Very similar to trap. It's reverse trap. It's part.
The prequel? No. Sequel? No.
It's part. It's reverse trap. Part.
I like trope.
Trope. Yeah. It's a trope city. So blah, 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 bitty, blah, 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 bitty, blah, bitty, blah. She keeps having to get him away from the table. He figures out that the watch was in the bag, and she's like, what's going on? Clearly something's going on. She can't tell him, so then he gets up and goes somewhere else. She's trying to find who the fucking killer is, like who's on their phone. Maybe it's them. We don't know. But at the beginning of the movie, she runs into an old man who goes, hi, Friendster, remember? You know, like I'm meeting somebody blind date. They still do that? Friendster, because I'm old, because I'm an old character. And so he's on a date. Date gets up and leaves halfway through the movie, makes a big scene, right? Okay, clearly it's this guy. I mean, clearly, obviously, it's this old man. You know, what does it turn out to be? It's old man.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's old man. But
these movies are so ham-fisted. That's what I hate about them.
Yeah.
It's not that guy. It's not me.
It's just this back and forth of like, she leaves the table to do something. She comes back to the table, has to get him to leave the table so she can sneak poison into his drinks. And then she's trying to get the musician to read the 20.
Too much.
He dies. Like, it's too easy, I think, in my opinion.
The cops didn't come when the musician dropped dead on the thing? Nobody?
No.
Weird.
No, he passes out, gets back up, leaves the restaurant, gets into the elevator, dies in the lobby.
Bingo.
Nobody calls the cops.
Nobody.
Everybody, like, they're all rich assholes. They're probably like, this guy's just drunk. They, like, you know, walk past his body. You know, like no, we cut to him foaming at the mouth, seizing in the lobby, like he's dead.
Table for two.
Right. But it's also called drop because we're at a high point. So climax ensues. Killer, old man, brings out gun, tries to shoot girl, causes panic at restaurant, shoots the window, tries to shoot girl, pushes out of the way, guy slow motion dives in front of the bullet, takes the bullet. Trope number 1.
The date did?
The date does.
The first date?
The date.
Jeez.
No, the guy.
That's what I'm saying. The guy from the first date that she's on with?
Yes.
Took a bullet for her.
Yes. Well, because he's like CIA. He's like, this is like an actual thing that's going on. We got the guy. Like, pretty soon he realizes it's the guy. You know, like, she poisons his food.
This is
like, yeah. So he jumps and dives in front of the bullet. Trope number 1. Trope number 2. He shoots the window, right? Because he misses, right? And then she grabs something from her, like, pocket or whatever and, like, tries to throw it at old man. You missed. Wasn't aiming for you. And then hits the window and he gets sucked out. Trope number 2.
I wasn't aiming for you.
Trope number 3, okay? She is now hanging from the side of a building because a tablecloth caught on a leg. Tablecloth is ripping. She's kind of wiggling. Tablecloth rips. She's falling. Who grabs her? His boyfriend.
Oh, come on!
Who just got shot and then lifts a grown woman from falling out of a building. Yes. Trope number 3.
You can shit on us for like putting over movies like Beekeeper, but that was more grounded in what you just described to me.
Yeah. I know. They dropped the fucking ball at the end, man. That's not even the end of the movie.
Oh no.
She has to take his van, drive home, stop the killer.
Yeah.
Yes. So babysitter gets stabbed. Babysitter gets shot. We're trying to shoot this child. Now we're trying to kill a kid. Like,
so like, how did the bad guy know? Did they like just show up at the house to save the kid?
The bad guy called right before he got, of course, snatched out of the building and goes, "Kill them all."
But
then
they
drops
still
the
had
phone and shoots the phone for some reason.
But they were still enough time to do all of that, then get back to the house.
Yeah, the killer was actually not competent. Who was at their house?
Who did they hire?
Yeah. Well, the babysitter's like stabbing him with glass. You know, they're barricading
so she got a good babysitter.
Yeah, it's her sister.
Oh, okay,
Yeah. So we kill the guy. Who's the killer who was at the house? It was actually...
Wait for it.
In the very first scene of the movie, Violet is a trauma therapist because she dealt with abuse, so now she helps other women with abuse. She gets done with the session, she stands up, somebody knocks on her window, it's a fucking Amazon driver who goes, or it's like a guy in a blue vest. It looked like an Amazon driver and goes like, I gotta check something. Oh, it's around back. Just go through the back gate. One scene. Do not see that character for the rest of the movie until killer pulls off his mask.
And it's that guy?
And it's that guy.
Got ya?
Trope number 4. What? Who cares? I'm like, the guy, I literally said, I'm
Amazon driver? Like, okay.
The problem is my girlfriend was like, it's that guy. I was like, that'd be so stupid. It's that guy. It's that guy. It's the fucking Amazon driver who we saw for one scene. Yeah, and they do this Scooby-Doo ass reveal, the mask pull off. So they kill the killer, and they save the day. But movie's not over yet.
No.
We have to visit boyfriend in the hospital who got shot.
Why didn't the Eagles just fly them to the ring? Sorry.
So we have to go visit boyfriend in the hospital. He got shot, so he's like recovering. Sister is in the same room. Why? We don't know. What's going on there? Are they fucking? We don't know. She just shows up out of nowhere. She gets another airdrop.
Oh, no.
Our main lead gets another airdrop.
Thought I was dead.
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
Literally, it's that. It's like, we'll see you soon or whatever. And it's like, nope. Smash cut. It's the sister. She's just playing a gag.
Oh, because that's what you would do after nearly everyone in your family dies. Mm-hmm. I'm pretend to be that murderer.
Yeah.
Right? Remember when you almost got killed by that guy? I'm going to pretend to be that guy.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Right. And it's like, literally, it was like, you card, like,
What do you mean?
I was like, how did we drop the ball? I'm like yelling in the theater. I'm like, how did we drop the ball this hard?
90-minute. What do you mean commercial?
It's an hour and 32 minutes, and it's like nailed it. I'm on the edge of my seat. Who is it? Not really, but not as much as Trap, where it was like Hitman, you know. But like this was like, okay, I kind of want to know what's happening, and then it was like, this obvious thing happens into this obvious thing that happens into this obvious thing that happens. Trope. We had a pentakill of tropes in this fucking finale.
Tropedagon.
Yeah. So I'm like, I can't give it a 5. Like,
no, God, no. Please don't.
I can't give it
I'll
a
give it a
5.
2 based on
I'll
your description.
give it like, yeah. I gave Trap low because I wasn't a fan of Trap and how they handled the end of that movie. But the beginning was definitely better than this because you care, because it's cool to see him go around the concert venue. Only problem is they leave the concert.
Yeah, and getting out of that concert venue was
movie,
so stupid.
Too stupid.
The way they did it was dumb.
That's what this movie did right. It's like, okay, we can't leave. Because like this restaurant's cool. We have a cool scene.
Stay there.
Which they do until the end when she has to drive home, which makes sense. Because it's like, okay, now we get that.
Right. No, the problem sounds more like too much was going on and they didn't have a good ending.
No, they didn't know how to stick the landing.
And you had
like
900 threads you're pulling.
Right.
All to lead to the most cliche ending.
For it to be 2 obvious guys. Yeah. Like, so, I don't know. I'm going to say 4 out of 10. Because, like...
But don't you, like...
Visually, it was okay.
Don't you have to turn your stuff on, too?
No, you can just airdrop to anybody.
But, like, you can turn your airdrop stuff to not take airdrops.
Yeah.
Like, that's another one of those movie things where it would never happen if someone just, like, didn't turn the airdrop thing on. Because then they wouldn't even have notified you because it would be off. So then how does the movie happen?
Right. Yeah. I get one threatening meme, I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like, oh, I'm going to stay for a little bit. And then when I finally get the death threats and can't leave, now it's a problem. Like, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm 4 out of 10, I think. It wasn't great. Don't see this movie. Please do not see this movie. It was really bad.
Yeah.
It wasn't as good as Trap.
Don't recommend.
Don't recommend. Do not recommend. Yeah, so. That's why I did the explain, because I was like, you do not need to see this movie.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy